soccer tournament here at the Gold Center in Southgate, California. Let's go in. Come into the Gold Center, they will be redirected by a staff member to go ahead and go to the right-hand side where registration is going to take place. As students turn the corner here, they will notice where the registration for the After School All-Stars is, and they will go in there to submit their field trip slips as well as their team waivers. Left towards the locker rooms, you will notice a staff member to redirect all students to change for their team pictures. Locker rooms are located to the left and the right-hand side of this hallway. That's the women's locker room, as well as the men's locker room. Inside, there will be a staff member making sure all students hurry and change into the uniform for team pictures. Then back out, a staff member will then tell the students to be ready to come around the hallway so they can go down the tunnel in which where they will find their team pictures with the Galaxy as well as the After School All-Stars. We're going to go through player attire. No jewelry, no earrings are allowed in the player field. So please make sure your students remove everything before they come in to the playing field. We highly recommend that all students wear a self-rounded, rubber-molded cleat, as this here. If not, they can probably use an alternate, which is an indoor-outdoor soccer shoe, as I'm wearing here. You will be allowed to come to the play area without a shin guard. No exceptions to that rule. Another thing to keep in mind is that we are requiring all teams to make sure that all uniforms have the same exact color. Numbers are not required this year.
But each goalie must differentiate from their own team.
The goalies are not allowed to come out the goalie area, as well as the players that are on the field of play cannot come into the goalie's area. As soon as the ball crosses the goalie's area, the goalie can retrieve the ball and only either throw the ball, put it down, and pass it to their players.
Normally in a soccer game, you're allowed to slide tackle, but for this 5-on-5 tournament, you will not be allowed to slide tackle. It will be illegal to do so, like this.
All our refs are highly trained in the indoor soccer industry. So, make sure that you understand that all calls and infractions will be made to their discretion.
There are two infractions that you need to be aware of when playing near the wall. The first one is guarding near the wall. When guarding near the wall, you cannot put both hands against the wall to guard the ball away from your opponent. And the second thing that you need to be aware of is boarding. When your opponent is dribbling near the wall, you're not allowed to knock them against the board to steal the ball. And those are two things that you definitely need to be aware of for this tournament. Here we go. In this tournament, if a penalty kick is awarded, there's a couple things that you need to know. So there's a designated spot for the ball, and the biggest, most important thing is the way you kick it. You're only allowed to do one motion, which is the kicking motion. So that means you cannot take a couple steps back. You need to be positioned right where the ball is, and the only motion that you should be making is the kicking motion to try to score.
As soon as the goalie retrieves the ball or blocks the shot, the play is over. Subbing is going to happen while the gameplay is happening as well. You need to make sure that the coach calls the player that's going to be subbed to come run down to the entrance. Site mentor will then hold the door open so then the new player will be able to come in.
The moment a substitute comes into the game, they are an active part of the game.
The rule rule to keep in mind as well about indoor and outdoor soccer is this barrier here. Adult leagues usually use the barrier from here on down, but since we're dealing with K through 12, we're going to go ahead and allow an extension to be able to hit the ball as high as this gate. Once it hits the net, the referee will stop play, put the ball down and give it to the opposing team so that they can start to play again. Okay? No heading will be allowed during this tournament due to safety reasons.
Just please remember to come back to the registration table to pick up your permission slips and your certificates.
This has been a quick run through of all rules and regulations for the indoor soccer tournament. If you have any additional questions, please refer to our K4H ASAS-LA.weebly.com for additional rules.
And this concludes our video. Can't wait to see you here.